Alright guys, I bought this sprayer because my dogs have accidents on my porch sometimes, and I needed something portable to spray it off instead of having to go get like a hose. I found this, and this is electric powered, which is nice, and it's rechargeable. So let me show you how to put it together because that was a bit tricky for me, and then I'll show you what it can do. So the first part is actually installing the sprinkler head. This yellow piece is the sprinkler head, and it attaches to this spray rod. So that's the first part. And then you're gonna take this handheld sprayer and attach it to the rod. So after that, you're gonna have these two little spiral things. The smaller one attaches to this end, and you're just going to pass this tube through it before you attach it. And then on this end, you pass the tube through and you attach it to this part. Okay, so inside of this, it talks about attaching this pipe to a water filter. There is like a little straw looking thing that you just attach it to the water pipe, and then it can pass through here, and then you can tighten this bolt. And then after that, you'll just attach the straps, and that's all of it. So let me show you what this looks like. On the handheld piece itself, there's an on button. You'll press it for 3 seconds to turn it on. And then there's two modes. There's kind of like the lighter version. So if you're watering your plants, things that you don't want to hurt, then you would use the first mode, and then you'll press it again. So that first mode is blue, and then you press it again, it'll turn red, and that is more of like more pressure if you're trying to clean something. To charge it, you do have this port right here. It's USB-C. To charge it, it did come with a little charging cable. It also came with 6 sprayer heads, and we'll try it out together to see what it all does. They say on a full charge, this can spray anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours of use. And it can spray up to near 24 inches, like 23 inches and some change. And then on the other end, this bucket is 2 gallons, so it should hold a lot. So let's go try it out. So first of all, I like that it has this handle. It made it easier for me to carry. Once it's filled up, I do have this nozzle. So let's take a look at what it does. So I'll turn it on, press it for 3 seconds. All right, so it has like a mist. Let me see how, I'm gonna tighten up a couple things. Okay, so that's number 1. Make sure that things are tightened. All right, so that's better. This is looks like this is a misting one. So if you wanted to use a mist, and then if it was a higher powered, higher powered gives it a little bit more speed. So let's try a different nozzle. So this is the misting. Nozzle number 2 looks like this. Let's see what it is. So this is more like if you're watering something, not so much misting. And then of course, higher powered. So we'll turn that off. It looks like this is more like watering like your plants. It looks like a flower. So maybe that'll help you remember that. So we'll try this blue one. It looks like that. Okay. So I guess it's more like you're just trying, I mean, this would be good for watering or like your bushes, I guess. And then if you needed to reach out further, just to kind of show, I don't know if you can see, it says it can reach up to 24 inches, but this looks like it's reaching out like 5 foot. Okay. Nozzle number 3, probably for your bushes. So looks like still the flower, but it's blue. So maybe that'll help you remember. I'm interested in what this is. I think for this one, we have to take this part off. So we attach it to this. Okay, so let's turn it on and see what it does. All right, so then this is more like a single. It reaches pretty far. So and that is with the light pressure, and with a higher pressure, it's reaching out into my yard about, I would say 10 feet out. So, all right, so single nozzle, a little bit more pressure, reaches out. So if you're trying to wash something off or reach something that's further out, this one might be helpful. We're gonna try this one. It has 2 sprayer heads. I'm guessing this is helpful for like watering plants, like because it's got 2 nozzles on it. So if you have a bunch of things that you're trying to water pretty quickly, yeah, definitely. Yep. This would be like if you're watering a bunch of your like garden, like extra misty there. Then you have the last piece. It looks like it's straight, so it looks like that, more straight. All right, this is like if you're trying to clean something and you're like trying to clean it at like you're trying to spray it off. This is probably what I'll use to try and clean off like when my dogs have an accident. Okay, so that's all 6 nozzles. Okay, I really like that this can be recharged. It has 6 different nozzles, so it's very helpful like if you're just trying to, this is going to be very helpful for me like cleaning outside, like if I'm just trying to spray my windows or spray out my porch really quickly, and this would help. I would say that it doesn't have like, it's not one of those things where it's like pressurized, but it can reach pretty far if you're trying to clean something like up top. I can see that this can reach up top. I would use this more for like easy cleaning, spraying, watering plants and things like that. So if you're in the market for basically a sprayer, you want to water your plants easier, not have to go back and forth with your hose, or you're like me and you need something that you can clean your porch off with, clean your front doors with, like your windows and things outside, you should definitely check this one out.